Hi everyone, this is Ayana, your health coach, and I'm so excited because I'm coming live on both Facebook and Instagram. Hello! This is a video all about sanity during Corona. Okay, and this tip is all about structuring your day. Okay, so hello, hi Instagram, hello, how are you? Hi Facebook, welcome. I hope you guys are all having a good day despite whatever is going on with you in your particular area. I am, working through this as best we all can, right? I am, oh God, what's the word for it? We are on day 3 of kind of a lockdown light in the Bay Area. So that means we are at stay at home uh, orders, and that means stay at home, stay inside. Everything that is non-essential is essentially closed down. So that would be, restaurants, cafes, any store that is not considered essential stuff. So I guess just mostly grocery stores are open right now. I haven't really tested it. And ideally, what they're saying is that everyone needs to stay in home. Now, again, that means we can go for walks and things, but we have to maintain a 6-foot distance from people. So it's a little intense, but it's better. It's not a full lockdown, which is really, really, really nice. So because I have a 5 and a 2-year-old, it would just be complete chaos. So thankfully we're not at full lockdown stage, and hopefully we don't get there. And if you don't know who I am a health coach, and I specialize in helping women who are struggling with weight loss turn their habits around and change them. And one of the things that, this month in my business was supposed to be all about joyful eating and things like that. And I have a Facebook group actually where we're dedicated to that. So if you really would like to, if you'd like to use this kind of crazy time, or the more time you have in your schedule, to focus on, healthier eating habits, and doing it in a joyful and fun way that you want to keep up with, then you can definitely click the link in my bio, or you can click, or if you're on Facebook, you can click the link in my description, and that'll take you to the Facebook group, and you can join that. We're still going on with that. But I just thought on my social media in general, since people are really, kind of processing this whole thing, it's important to talk about it. And so I really want to offer, as a health coach, I help people with their mindsets, so they can transform their habits. And part of that is getting sanity. Part of that is working on your self-care. Part of that is working on your mental health. So I'm really happy to come, live today. I've been going live all week, and on Instagram, I'm looking at Instagram right now. On Instagram, my lives have been disappearing after 24 hours, but you can always catch the replay on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook page, again, the link is in the bio, and you can check out the Facebook page for all those lives that are saved. Okay? And Facebook, my lives are saved, so there's no problem. All right. But I've been doing lives each day about like different tips for sanity during this time. Okay. Or every couple of days. And today's is all about, creating structure in your day. All right. So now, why is structure so important? Now, I am a lifelong free spirit. Woohoo. Shout out to all my free spirits out there. And structure was not something that was easy for me to come by, but it has since brought a lot more sanity and good mental health hygiene to my day and to my life. So I wanted to pass that on, especially in this crazy time where so many of us are working from home, or where our movements are being limited, our interactions with people are being limited. Like right now, I'm actually deeply saddened. My in-laws, we can't interact with them right now. I can't interact with my parents. I can't interact with family. It's just crazy, with friends, in the way that I really want to. And so, if you're trying to figure out how to do all that, I created a resource for how to cope with these things, how to kind of adjust your mindset to reorient yourself towards interacting with people in a digital way. And that is also available in the link in my bio. So if you click that link in my bio, you can access that document and see all of the different ways for coping with this pandemic that we're in. Okay. But now today, I really want to focus on just kind of like dealing with structure in your day and why it's so important. Now, we as human beings, we really like routine, okay? We like routine, we like structure. And so if you're somebody who's kind of rebelled against that like I used to, you might want to reconsider. And especially, as you're transitioning right now, a lot of people are just starting to work from home. If you haven't yet done this, this could be something that can really help transform the way that you approach this time. Since you're stuck in the house, it's very easy for you to go crazy. It's going to be a lot easier for our sanity to fail. But structuring your day is a simple tool that can help with that. Now, again, There are other things that can help, and you want to click on that Corona resource for more about that. Go click the link in my bio or in the description on Facebook, okay, for more things that you can do for yourself, like hotlines, therapeutic things, journaling, okay? But structuring your day is critical. And part of the reason for that is because we like routine. Okay, we like to know when our day is kind of carved up and we know what we're going to do with it at different points. It helps to give us a little bit more orientation to the day, a little bit more sanity, a little bit more organization. And one of the things is that it helps you keep productivity. The first thing it helps you with is keeping productivity. Now, if you are working from home, and now all of a sudden you are at the you have all of these new distractions. If you were used to working in an office but now you're working from home, it might be very hard for you to orient your day. Or even still, if you're kind of used to working from home but you still have trouble kind of putting together your hours, this can help you keep productive because you kind of plan your day out depending on what your needs are and depending on what you need to do. So for example, the way that I structure my day is, oh, and where's my tool? Oh, I left it upstairs. Okay, but I'm going to show you kind of on a piece of paper what you can do. I like to use paper because there's a lot of studies that show that paper helps us to think and process through things in a deeper way. It helps our minds kind of work through things. You can get yourself a piece of paper and you can just write, figure out what it is that you have going on in your life and in your day. Like for example, today at 11 o'clock, my daughter has a digital class with her school. So I know that I need to structure things around that. So what I do is that I take up my day in 2 to 3 hour chunks. And that's a tip I actually learned. It's called time blocking. And I also, in Facebook, I have a link to that YouTube video that I did about that and a link to more resources about time blocking. So if you really want to know more about that in detail, it's awesome. I love it. It saved my whole life. And if you're in Instagram, I will link to it in the comments, okay? But it is a fantastic, fantastic thing where you divide up your day into 2 to 3 hour chunks and you say what you're going to do with each one. So this morning, I knew that my daughter had an 11 a.m. class. I knew I had a coaching client at 9. So I was like, okay, what will I do? I'll wake up at 6:30 and here are all the things that I'll get done in that 6:30 to 8:30 chunk before I need to get with my client. So that means I'm going to exercise in that time. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to journal because I've been journaling to help my sanity. And if you go on Facebook, you'll see all the lives I did about journaling. Okay, you can actually walk through what I did for that. Or you can message me if you can't find it. What else did I do? I did my gratitude list. I also started to prepare for that time with my client. Okay. And then now I knew that right now I'm in a new block. I'm in a block of time where I'm going live and where I'm going to help. I got my daughter set up for her online class with her teacher, which starts at 11. And then when I'm done with this live, I'm going to go help her with that. I'm going to post on social media. I'm going to help my 2-year-old with some educational things while my daughter is doing her class. And when that next block is over, then it's going to be our lunch block. And at lunchtime, what we're going to do, all the things we're going to do at lunchtime, we're going to, play together. The kids are going to eat. We might go for a walk together as a family. Okay. And then after lunch, the kids are going to have quiet time. And during quiet time, I'm going to get some work done for my business, get some work done for the schools that I support, etc. So what I love about it, what's really revolutionary about this is that the 2 to 3 hour chunking that I've been taught to do. Some of us, we like to hyper schedule. Some of us, we plan our days out and it's like, from 8:15 to 8:45. What's problematic about that is that it's really rigid, okay? And what inevitably tends to happen is that things tend to come up. Or if you're not feeling so hot, if you're not feeling so good, it can be really challenging to stick to like a super rigid time restriction like that. But when you give yourself a 2 to 3 hour chunk, it's more flexible. It's more fluid. So it gives you an opportunity to kind of say, okay, well, things tend to come up. Let me work around that. Okay. And time blocking. So planning my day in those 2 to 3 hour chunks has been really, really helpful for my productivity and me getting more done. Okay. It allows me to, the other thing about it too, is it also helps. The second thing it helps with is reducing overwhelm. Because again, when you give yourself time to really think through your day as it actually is, you think through the things that you have on your plate, and then you can actually structure and say, this is going to be my work block. You can say to yourself, what are all the things I have to accomplish today? And what time does it make more sense for me to work on those items and agendas? And I can make sure, because I have my kids at home with me for the foreseeable future. as so many of us do. And if you don't have kids, you have other responsibilities. It's very easy to get overwhelmed, but this is a really great way for you to be intentional with your time so you don't feel like you're a victim of it. Okay. And then the third thing is that, there's a sanity at having things to do. This is a very, very critical time. So many of us are used to being at a go, go, go pace to where we don't need to look for distractions, right? But now we're in Corona mode and we're in this place where all of a sudden it's like, you know, idle time can be the devil's playground, so to speak. Now, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't allow ourselves to feel all the feelings that come. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't allow ourselves to process. We should. We should be authentic with the feelings that come up for us. We should be authentic with the sadness, authentic. Like, I've had a lot of moments. Like, I had a moment yesterday where I was feeling really sad because I saw our governor in California announced that schools might be closed through the end of the school year, like what happened in Kansas. And for me, I do a lot of work that requires me to be front and center with schools, and that could definitely affect my income, And so I was like feeling really overwhelmed and nervous about that. So if if you're in a position where you need to work through some of those things, again, go to that link I provided in my Facebook description or in the link in my bio if you're on Instagram, and check out all of those different Corona resources because I have therapeutic tools that you can use to work through those hotlines and all different types of things you should use to help work through that. And I'm also offering free sessions for people too. Okay, that's a way that you can work through those things therapeutically. But in those moments where you just have to keep going, where you've processed, but you just need to stay afloat, you just need to have the motivation to continue. Structuring your day is brilliant because, again, you can work through and think through what times of the day am I going to use for self-care, for keeping my sanity together, for Netflixing and chilling, for family time, for time with loved ones. What times of the day am I going to use to be therapeutic and journal or call a hotline or find a therapeutic resource online to book a session with me so I can help you work through some of these things too. People have been booking sessions with me just to work through some of their Corona fears and issues, and that's been really great. Okay. And it also gives you a place, to then stay motivated and keep focused. You can pick up, this could be time for you to pick up a passion project. So I actually had a phone call with someone who was like, you know what, I really like to write. Writing is a great passion project that you can work on. Something artistic that you can do that maybe you've been thinking about doing for months but haven't done, right? Writing that great American novel, whatever it is, right? But just, or it can be a time, as I'm encouraging a lot of my health coaching clients to do, your passion project could be your body. It could be meal planning. It could be all of those things. Exercising, because there's tons of exercise on YouTube. But time blocking is something, structuring your day will really allow for you to have balance and really allow for you to do all of those things so that you can stay productive, not feeling overwhelmed, and feeling sane because you'll have stuff to do and you'll feel like the time can pass. Okay, so what are some things that you can do? What are some things that you can do to structure your day so you can be productive, have less overwhelm, and have sanity because you have stuff to do? Okay, be thoughtful about it. Take time to really think it through. Okay, because it really, really helps, and it's helping me tremendously. I feel balanced, and I feel like I can actually survive this whole thing. And again, you'll be up and down and all over the place. So I want to offer you a couple of resources. One resource is my Facebook group. I have a free Facebook group. So if you want to use this time to get like your healthier eating and working out habits together, come join the Facebook group. It's called Healthy Living Should Be Fun. And again, when you click that link in Facebook and the link in my bio for Instagram, you'll see the link to get you there. Request to join. I'd be happy to have you. Or, if you need a little bit more support right now, that's okay. Definitely book a free session with me. I would love, love, love to support you. Okay. I've been booking free sessions with people that weren't about health, and that's okay too. Okay. Because I'm both trained as a health coach and a life coach. I'd love to support you and help you work through this challenging time. Okay. So with that, take care of yourself. We all deserve to be sane, and you can check out my social media for all the other ways I will be staying sane too. All right. Love you all. Take care. Bye Facebook, bye Instagram. And I always have a little bit of struggle ending both of these when I'm going live at the same time. So bye Instagram. Woohoo. Okay. And bye Facebook. See you guys later. Okay. Feel free to message me if you need anything.